Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Sonia Folayan, so come on into the room and let's have a talk about cash flow this morning. Um, this is my first Wednesday morning live. Um, let me just back up a little bit. Okay, so I'm already getting off on the wrong foot. So let me back it up. I'm Sonia Folayan, and this is the Mind and Mana channel here on YouTube. I'm really excited to be here because this channel is really designed to center the voices and the needs of Black women over 55 who want to improve their cash flow so that they can live up to and level up to a life that includes freedom, joy, travel, and ease. And here we talk about cash flow strategies, we talk about travel, we talk about maximizing all that is available to us as small business owners. We talk about the needs of women over 55 facing retirement or those who may not have all that they need at retirement. Um, it's a real pleasure for me. And also, we do talk about travel specifically to Mexico and other places where I may be. I'm living in Mexico right now. So I will be sharing information about Mexico and the importance of taking a sojourn. So having said all that, I love working with Black women. I love working with women, period. But I do know that our community has specific needs that are that have manifested as a result of historical injustices. Also, the pandemic wreaked havoc in throughout our communities, especially because most of or many of us were working frontline positions. Many lost jobs. Uh, it just did a number on our credit, our ability to maintain businesses. Um, so, I just have a history of and a desire to address the disparities that affect our community. I really believe that all of us need to be whole and healthy when we come to the table. The world has major problems to solve, and in order for us to solve those problems, we all need to have a seat at the table or create our own table where we're healthy and whole. So, thank you so much, Savvy Soldier. I appreciate your being here as we get this thing kicked off today. Um, so, what I would appreciate is if the topic that we're talking about today, which is increase your cash flow so that you can go. If this is a topic of interest to you, please do like and listen to all the way to the end because I won't be on here a long time today. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are aware of when I am uh, presenting other content. I also just want to give a shout out to Rashida Dow and Stephanie Perry, who created the Exodus Summit, which provided a platform and a voice for Black women who were interested in traveling or moving abroad. And also to my partner here in Mexico, Donna Jones, Coach Donna J. Um, we were inspired by the Exodus Summit to create a safe space on Facebook for women interested in coming to the Jalisco area, the Jalisco state of Mexico, particularly Guadalajara and the lakeside area. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, I want to talk about five strategies that women over 55 can use to increase their cash flow. It is never, ever, ever too late to work on our finances and to increase our cash flow. Cash flow is a holistic term that involves not only the money that you have or the assets that you have, but it also involves other factors such as eliminating debt and adding more money and being able to invest. So that's what I want to talk about this morning. So one of the first things uh, that people will often ask me um, is what can I do to bring in more money. So let's talk about some practical things that can be done. And I'm also sharing from my own experience. Um, if moving abroad or taking a sojourn is something that you want to do, it is absolutely possible. Involves sometimes a little bit of creative thinking and planning. So the first thing I would say in terms of getting some cash flow immediately, if you are working a job, one of the most important things that you can do is adjust your W-4. And what we know is that the IRS says that over 80% of Americans have not properly filled out their W-4 forms. Did you know that? That's a lot. That's a lot of people. So we want to make sure that you are aware that you can change your withholdings at any time, and you can literally bring in hundreds of dollars into your paycheck within one pay period. The IRS has a very good tool to help you do that. And I would advise that we start taking control of our money, not letting our money sit. Um, you know, when we get a tax refund at the end of the year, what it actually means is that you've overpaid your taxes. And the United States government has used that money all year long to do all sorts of things, to invest, to buy weapons, war, to destabilize countries. That's what they're using your money to do. So, doesn't it make more sense to keep that money in your own pocket so that you can use that to increase your own lifestyle, to enhance the life that you are living right now? Maybe you want to save some of that money. You might want to uh, put some of that money on debt, pay off your credit cards, apply it to student loans. Uh, you might want to open a business. You might want to invest some of that money or do a combination of all three. And my experience in working with the women that I work with, and men too, is that it's not uncommon for my clients to receive anywhere from $150 to over $800 back in their paychecks. Can you imagine what you could do with that money? Even if it was just $100, that's $100 that you could open an investment account with, or you can use to pay off debt. So that's a pretty powerful strategy. And as I said, once you make that adjustment, you can usually see that money back into your account within a pay period. So sometimes that's less than 30 days. Now, the next thing is if you're going to take that option, then you have to have a way to be able to legitimately write off the increase in your paycheck. So you've got to have a business. Okay, so I would say this is 1A, and probably A needs to come before number 1. Have a business. You need to make sure that you are on the right side of the tax code. There are 2 tax codes in America. There's one for business owners, where all the write-offs and deductions and benefits are, and then there's the side for employees. Whether we know it or not, all of us are working to enhance someone's business. The time and the effort and the labor that you're putting into working for someone's job, into a job, is helping to build some family's wealth. Let's build our own wealth. Create your own businesses. You can, even if it's a home-based business, a quote unquote small business. I believe actually all businesses are powerful. But even if you start something from your computer or have a business in a box, you can access and unlock hundreds of tax write-offs. And the importance of those tax write-offs is that they reduce your taxable income. Okay? Contrary to popular belief, it's okay. It's okay to pay taxes. If you're making a profit on your business, paying taxes is okay. We can build roads and schools and enhance our communities with that. What we don't want to do, however, is we never, ever, ever want to overpay taxes. We don't want to pay taxes that we don't have to pay. And if it turns out that you don't have to pay taxes, well and good. But paying taxes is fine, but we don't want to overpay, and we never want to pay more than our fair share. So minimizing taxes is the second strategy. And as I have said before, taking the deductions that you get as a business owner means you can write off most of your lifestyle. You can write off your mileage. You can write off your travel. There are ways to write off your travel. I live in Mexico and I write off my lifestyle here. I write off my studio here. I write off where I live. I write off the dinners that I take. I write off my travel. I just spent 5 weeks in the United States. I spent 4 weeks in Chicago with my children. I spent 2 weeks in my studio in Charlotte. All of those are going to be written off my taxes in 2022, and I've started for 2023. That means that I am only going to be taxed. I'm going to be taxed minus the write-offs. So if let's just say I made $75,000 last year, but I have $35,000 in write-offs, then that means I'm going to be taxed on the $35,000. So that's a very powerful strategy. It immediately puts money in your pocket. My mother always said, a penny saved is a penny earned. That's more money that comes back to you. So that's another powerful strategy. The third strategy that we want to look at, if you're thinking anywhere about coming to Mexico or taking a sabbatical, you want to start working on your credit. If your credit is not where it needs to be, if it's kind of raggedy, like mine still is in some places, you want to be working on that in 2023. I'm continuing to work on my credit. I have a tremendous amount of student loan debt. And also, I had some pandemic casualties, but I'm working on that. 2023 is my year to increase my credit score even higher. So there are tools available to help you get your credit score up. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars. As a matter of fact, I can share a tool with you that will cost maybe less than $40. You can do a lot in a short amount of time to start getting your credit in order. Once your credit is restored, or once you start working on that credit, you'll begin to see that the prices that you pay for things will drop. You'll be able to get better rates, better financing rates. You won't pay as much to rent things. You won't have to pay deposits, or you won't have to pay nearly as high deposits. All that is money that is taken away from your household and from your pocketbook. And you need if you're like me, I want every bit of my money. Okay, the fourth strategy is to eliminate debt. It's important to start paying off that debt. Once that debt is paid, you put that money on another debt. Once that's paid, you put that on. You don't spend that money that you're using to eliminate your debt. Before you know it, you will have enough money that's freed up from the debt that you've paid, and you can start investing that money and watching your money grow. Your money has to begin to work for you. Somehow or another, especially in our community, we got the message that we were supposed to work hard for the money. In fact, I think, didn't Donna Summer have a song about that? We work hard for the money. She works hard for the money. Well, honey, your money is supposed to work for you. Our money is supposed to work for us. It's supposed to work in our community. So let's do what we can so that we can circulate the money among ourselves, strengthen our community, and create support systems where we can grow. Okay. And the last strategy, I've kind of addressed it some, is beginning to invest. what I find is that in our community, many of us are not investing, or we've been given messages that we can't, or that we don't know how to do it. And I'm not saying this is the case for everyone, because there are a lot of savvy investors out there who are Black women who are doing some amazing things. I'm talking to the community of us who um, have been hesitant to do it, who didn't have the information that we needed to move forward to do it, who maybe didn't have the support or the information or the financial literacy to know what kind of decisions to make. That's who I'm talking to. It's never too late, and it doesn't take a lot of money to start investing. It does not take a lot of money. You can start investing now for a fraction of a dollar. You can open an account for $25, $50 in some places. You don't have to go. You don't have to be turned away from a large investment firm, as I once was. I went to Merrill Lynch about 25 years ago, and they said they couldn't work with me because I didn't have enough money. Well, that's not the case now. There are a lot of places where you can put your money, and have your money start working for you. The key is your interest rate and the time. There's a great saying that says the best time to plant a tree would have been 25 years ago, and the next best time is now. And it's the same with investing. If you are finding that you are at or approaching retirement, or you're at that age of retirement, and you have not been able to do the things that you've wanted to do, you've not been financially where you've needed to be, it is not too late to get started. Just start. Just start. If you were planning to move abroad, planning is essential. See which of those strategies you can utilize to start getting your cash flow up and flowing. You can do it. If I could do it, you could do it. We're building support systems here in Mexico. If you're interested in joining our Facebook group, which is a safe space for Black women to inquire about Mexico travel, and the Guadalajara and lakeside area of Mexico, the group is called Mexodus Sojourners. Ask to join. Um, I will be doing these lives on Wednesday mornings. Ooh, and it helps me to grow as well. But we're really here to be of support. Um, and I am here to help Black women who want to increase their cash flow, so that they can level up to a life that includes freedom, joy, rest, travel, and ease. If you are interested in finding more out about my work and what I do, if you'd like to see if we can work together, you will find my information in the link that I will post on this video. If you catch the replay of this, please let me know that this is the replay. But I really welcome all comments that come onto this space. So I think that's about it for now. Thank you for spending this time with me this morning. Looking forward to seeing you again. I also have posted a video in my YouTube catalog, which is called Black Women, You Can Do a Lot for a Lot Less. It's been a pretty popular video, but it also gives some creative ideas also about creating cash flow and creating a different mindset to be open to creative ways of making money and getting your finances together so that you can make some major moves. So thanks again for being on here this morning. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye-bye.